Hello and welcome everyone to a very exciting day today. What day is it today, Brandon?
I think it's Wednesday, and it's November 8th. Wasn't there something on our calendars?
Did we do something today? Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, the public development build is live right now. So go check it out. twdempires.game. You can click the download button. You can start playing the game. Link it to your Gala account. And we're here for the next 30 to 60 minutes, depending on how many questions we get and just how many fires are burning that we got to put out back on our Slack. But I think we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna hang out. We got the one and only Doug Sonny with us here today. Say hello, Doug.
Hello, everyone. Happy to see everyone already playing right now. So good.
Good to see you, and the one and only Superboy. So Brandon, today's the
Hello.
day. This is I think things have gone pretty smoothly so far. Pretty excited about it. Got the game out there. I'm hanging out in Discord. Are you hanging out in Discord?
I should probably be doing that. I've been hanging out in the game. If anyone wants to find me,
Mhm.
I'm Hammer Pants in the game.
Yeah, I'm here
Okay.
checking Discord too. So
Okay, we got a couple of you in the
verify.
game. I'm checking on Discord. We're going to answer some questions. So as you got them, Doug will also kind of feed us the questions as he finds them interesting. So we'll be taking those. Got some stuff I want to go over just based on our initial experience with the demo here and some questions that have come in. And yeah, we'll just hang out. I think we're going to try to get the game up and running as well behind us. So hopefully we'll see that while we're chatting and flapping our lips. But for now, you get to see us up close and personal here. So let me go over the couple of things here real quick, I think. So for all of you currently in the game playing, a couple of pro tips. The first pro tip I want to bring up is that you can now launch the game from your desktop icon. So that's a pretty exciting one. You're able to do that because you can link your Gal account from within the game, and then it's just linked. So you get to just keep launching it from there. Should be a much more straightforward process. And then we have a couple other tips here. So one that's kind of a cool thing that we added recently for all of you playing when you're looking for plastic, looking for feathers, the different things you do. What do they do, Brandon? How do they find that?
Yeah, so if you open up your crafting menu and your recipe needs some gunpowder or plastic, whatever it is, and you say, hey, I don't have that, how do I find it? You can click on it. You'll see a little magnifying glass icon appear in the corner of that resource. Then you can go out and look at your mini map. That's the radar that's up in your top right corner. And on there, if there's some in your zone, you will see a little icon. So if you search for gunpowder, you see a little stack of gunpowder on the edge of your radar. You can walk to that, and in the world, you'll see a big white circle. And somewhere in there is that gunpowder or that plastic or whatever you searched for. So you still have to search for it a little bit, but you have a lot more agency to find it than just wandering around aimlessly.
That's probably the number one pro tip, as it really makes it so that as you're trying to find the stuff to craft, the stuff to build, you're able to do it. So check that out. Let us know what you think. That will be messaged a little bit more clear in the future, but we wanted people to know for sure so they can get at it now. Another awesome tip here is we added teleporting to your Alliance members' bases. So gone are the days of trekking all the way across a Georgian county just to get to your friends and be able to put your base by them or help them defend. So check out that brand new map. Our engineer Sergey did an awesome job getting that in there. So check that out, see where your Alliance members are, open up the guild menu, the Alliance menu, and warp to them to either help them defend or put your base there.
Yeah, just look at your Alliance members on the list there. There's a little house icon, and then you just click that. You can teleport right there.
Absolutely. And then if your base is away from them, you can tap O to go back to your base when you're done there. So just some convenient ways to get around the world rather than having to trudge back and forth.
Yeah. Part of another pro tip that is associated with that is if you set up 4 walls without a door right around your flag, your allies may get stuck in there. So build a door around your flag and make your allies happy.
Yeah, that's true. They will not be able to do much help should they teleport and be stuck in the center of your base. The O teleporting also was I think something that you had to type over and over last demo, Doug. So how often do you think you're gonna have to bring that up again?
Oh, I was reading Discord. I'm gonna be honest. I was checking Discord in the YouTube chats. So
I get you tossed in here, toss you a softball, but now you know this is how we do it. So yeah, so there are always people saying I'm stuck, I need this, and then you kept saying tap O. I think there was a lot of memes
I
that
think
came out of that.
we even create a meme like just press O, so everyone was like aware already.
You gotta change your screen name to Doug Sunny, press O to teleport.
Press O to teleport.
True. And one thing that people are still asking in DMs, they just want to make sure what's gonna be kept when we reset the server, like masters too. What else?
Glad you asked. Persistence, yeah, is what we're looking for. So, your hero XP will persist. That is the main one. So as you play with your NFT heroes, make sure you put your NFTs on GALACHAIN. You can then play with them in the game. If you have your crafting stations in there, you can place it at your base. If you have your land in there, you can start a base at a higher level land, so you don't have to move it as you upgrade. And then your heroes you get to make progress on, and your XP will persist. So the game is going to be reset from time to time. We will have to reset progress as we add new features. Your HQ level will go back down during some of those resets. We're going to try to minimize disruptions. Your scrap will go away at that point too. The scrap is the in-game soft currency. The two currencies that won't reset are gold and dead coin, which will be coming in future updates. And then your hero XP will persist. You'll have to respec out your talent tree or your skill tree, and also put the points back into your talents. But the XP will be there, so when you go back in, you'll be able to have the right level and put in those skills and talents. Did I miss anything there, Brandon?
No. Respecking is almost kind of a feature or a benefit. So.
That is true. And one thing you can kind of do to check that out is if you have a friend that's interested in the game, get them signed up with a Gala account and send them one of your heroes and they can play with it. So even a hero that you started making progress on, you can send it to them and you'll be able to see how the progress persists. The one thing I didn't touch on is that masteries will also not persist, and that is because the masteries themselves are still in flight, and there's something that we're working on, we're changing. We're probably going to need to modify as we continue. And then at some point, once we're feeling pretty good about where that system's at, that's when we'll persist those as well.
And I'll add on to that hopefully by the time when we do any resetting where your HQ would reset, we will have a new feature in which allows you to redeploy all the constructs you had in your base, like your walls and all that, without having to rebuild them. It's essentially sort of packing them up, putting them in storage. And when you come back, even though your base has been cleared out, you'll just be able to plop all the stuff right back down. Sort of a respecking of the base.
Yep. Couple other tips I had here. The work together to upgrade your base. The waves do get pretty hard. I think about wave 5, 6. Which one kind of gets that you start seeing the first elite walkers coming in?
Yeah, depending on how prepared you are, if you've built all your fences, if you work on, upgrading your walls, stuff like that. I would say HQ 7, 8 is when you're going to start wanting some friends there to help. But if you're more of a YOLO and just do it, then you might want to get your buddies there to help out anytime after HQ 4.
Yeah, I don't do a very good job preparing my base, and pretty early on, I need the help.
Yeah, you can learn your lessons. Sometimes you just have to fail, and then.
yeah, failure is a part of it for sure. But or just get really solid with the combat. Hitting those the skills certainly helps out as you use the bow and the bow staff. Some solid weaponry to upgrade early on.
Yeah, is that on your pro tips? Use the Q ability on the bow, and you can distract the walkers, and you can just run up and attack them while they're watching that flare burning.
Yeah, that was not on there, so that is
The secret pro tip.
Yeah. And then the final pro tip I had listed, I'm sure there's many more, is the scrap can be hard to come by, and so make sure to look for it if you look for items in vehicles and other containers in the world, use that salvager item at your base, and that'll get you some scrap if it gets low. So that's the last pro tip I had on there. Do you have any, Brandon?
So if you're wondering about your scrap, you can press I. It'll open up your inventory, and you can see down at the bottom of that, it lists your total scrap that you have. And you spend that whenever you're crafting stuff wildly without any concern for it. You may use it up more quickly. You can always find more. You'll probably notice as you're killing walkers that they drop some. If you go and collect stuff out of the garbage cans and cars, you take that loot to your salvager at your base, you get some scrap when you salvage things. So there's ways to go about getting more scrap from the world. Just got to know what to do.
There you go. And since this is, really, this is an extension of our development process. That's why it's titled the Public Development Build. Props to our engineer, James Ross, for coining that term. I think it's going to go big. This could change the industry as we know it, Brandon.
If there's any developers out there and you want to borrow that term, then go for it.
Yep, Public Development Build. It is the extension. It is a development build that is now public. So this is an extension of our development process. So things will change. Balance is going to change. We're looking at, we have a lot of stuff instrumented this time around too. So seeing where people are getting resources from, where they're spending it, being able to balance the scrap, balance the XP. So those are all things that we're going to be looking into as we keep this live and make updates. So a couple of issues that we can bring up. So now that we got the attention of the Discord, the people playing, hanging out with everybody, one thing that people have asked about is the leveling up your crafting station. How do you craft higher level objects? The base now, I guess I'll let you explain, Brandon. Do you want to go for it?
Yeah, so it's a bit different. If you played in previous demos, you may remember that you had to upgrade your talents in order to craft more stuff. Talents still exist, but the talents now control what items you can use. So it's still good to go into that upgrade menu by pressing U, go to the talents tab, and decide where you want to deploy your talent points. But to craft, you now build constructs at your base. So you press B, open up the build menu. The first one, I believe, is called the gadget cart. So I think you have to be HQ3 before you can build that. And once you place that, then that will raise your crafting level to level 2, which means that you can craft tier 2 of anything. So that same process flows throughout the game. You'll have constructs that unlock as your HQ gets higher, and then you can place those and it'll increase your crafting level. In the new crafting UI, which is also, I think, first time most people are seeing that, there's some information in there. It's still not fully fleshed out. So you may see some parts in there that are slightly confusing. But in the top left, if you go mouse over that, you can see kind of a breakdown. Each one of the constructs that you add increases your crafting level by 1, and then that allows you to craft a higher tier.
So check out that system. Let us know what you think. But the crafting menu did get a huge overhaul. Pretty excited that we get to roll it out to y'all, and hopefully it's a much friendlier experience as you're in there trying to do your thing. We have Ian Scott, our designer on the project, has joined us here streaming the game. So glad to have that in the background.
Hey, what up?
Hey, we got him there.
It's good to be here.
Thanks for hopping on and for streaming for everybody. So I will I'll toss some questions your way as well with you on the call.
Stoked to be here. It was funny, like coming in, like any time that comes down to the wire, like you're jumbling over, like how do I work OBS? Like how does anything even happen? But I gotta say, like today is like such a trip. It's like so much fun, like getting the build out and like playing with people. Just like been having a blast, like talking to people, like getting their take on like what's working, what's not, trying to answer questions, help people out with stuff. Like this is where game development gets really fun. So just apologies, but like I'm geeking out a lot today. This is where the job, I mean, it's a rad job, but this is where it really gets cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know there's been some people streaming it on YouTube, Twitter, and others. It's very cool to see. Love to see the community involved in it, and just helps us watch people play. I know a few of our folks have jumped on and asked questions or answered questions, and it's just a really cool way to see the community come together and play this game. So keep it up, everybody. And Ian touched on an awesome point, though, because I do want to thank the team. This is a huge effort to get a game to this point. It's not done, but there's a lot here. This is a big game. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes, a lot that you see when you interact with stuff. And to just get the game to this point is a massive effort. And I have to thank everybody on the Tweety team, because it is a wonderful team to be a part of and a wonderful project. So yeah.
High fives all around.
So let's, Doug, if you see anything interesting coming in over the Discord, questions that you think would be fun to answer, give it a shout. For all of you watching. Make sure to pop into our Discord and ask any questions in the Tweety discussion channel. We will be happy to hang out there and answer them. So
there's one. Do we have any plans for like alliance events? Even, of course, declaring a war to another alliance, or special quests for alliances, anything like that for the future?
Good question. Lots of plans, and that is something that we look forward to getting to in the future. It is not going to be anything anytime soon. Really, once we get to those battlegrounds, once we get to the point where we're able to really utilize the PvP systems and focus on it, it's going to be an exciting moment of battling over stuff, balancing it, and getting everybody going. But yeah, we have, if you played some of our games in the past, the Ember mobile games, there was a lot of focus on PvP and different stuff like that. And so it's going to be fun to get to that point. Really, our focus has been on the PvE experience, both solo and with your allies. And there's still more to nail down there. But in the future, once we kind of get to that PvP, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and part of that, like part of the PvE experience that you can do with your alliance, probably one of the first of those that we're going to get out is the party dungeons, where you can just group up with some friends to go in to a dungeon and have that PvE experience together. Obviously, it's not in there yet, but yeah, all the alliance stuff, it's just in its infancy right now. So you'll have a lot more content there.
Yep. So I have a couple other items on my things to bring up, which would be good, that may not be obvious. The refining constructs, if you find yourself needing the wood or stone, and being able to turn them into the bricks or planks, make sure that you place down the construct in your base. Ian probably knows the name of them off the top of his head. Brandon might too.
What was it? The gadget? What is that? Gadget table?
So for the refined ones, that would be the table saw to make the planks, which has a nice placeholder in there right now, which is a table. And the stone cutter, I believe, is the one that makes the stone blocks.
Yep. So make sure you get close to those when crafting those materials. That'll be something that changes in the future. But right now, there's a proximity around those. So that'll help you do that. And then right now, you are also kind of blocked, not hard blocked, but kind of. That was almost a pun, Brandon, from going from level 10 to 11, as your base requires hardstone and hardwood right now. And you may have noticed that you cannot harvest hardstone or hardwood.
Not very easily.
So it is very hard, if not impossible, to get from 10 to 11. A fix is being worked on right now for that. So So that'll be something we're able to update hopefully today here and make it possible to get up to those higher level headquarters.
Yeah. So while you're playing, if anyone else finds any more bugs, let us know and we'll fix them.
Yep,
And
Doug and the
we-
crew definitely brings them to our attention. So yeah, go ahead, Doug.
And we do have like a feedback and bug report form there in our Discord. It's in the pinned post, so please use there. You can even like post screenshots for us to see. So please take advantage of that. Even to send feedbacks, bad or good.
Yeah, send the good. Nobody ever really sends good feedback. It always takes too much time and effort when you're enjoying something to or leave posts in the Discord saying how much you like it. So that's always nice to hear too.
That's some really good feedback in the game chat. People
That's
were
good
loving
too. Yeah, it's
True.
wonderful.
Another question that people are asking early today is about the heroes. So difference between a common hero and a epic hero, base stats, how it's gonna work, what we have today and what we have gonna have in the future.
Yeah, so what we have right now, it's basically you can play as them. There's not a lot of the systems and features that utilize the higher rarity. But the first thing that will come online for that is probably the daily tasks. Doesn't look like, Ian, on your thing you have no, you got your missions. You haven't unlocked your daily tasks yet. But once you unlock daily tasks, those will give you a certain amount of scrap each day. And based on the rarity of your hero, that scrap will be multiplied. So the default amount is for the common hero, and then higher rarities will make that scrap go up. I think it goes up to 2.5 times for a legendary hero. And then yeah, there's a lot more we need to add, and it will all come in time.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. The different dead coin economies are what we're looking at right now as well. We'll have more concrete things to say in the future as we go there. The hero rarity will certainly play into the play and earn aspects of it. So that'll be a big part of it as well. Okay, what other questions you got for us, Doug?
Let me see here. People are getting, they want to know more about the HQ. So right now we can move from a common land to an uncommon land. How it's gonna work in the future? It's gonna be the same mechanic, gonna be different things. We move away from the spreading around the base and being able to take land from each other. So maybe talking a little bit about what we had in the past and what we had in the future, what we had right now.
I actually just relocated my HQ. Like anybody watching the stream, they probably saw that the stream went down for a second. It's coming in hot. Like we got some stuff. I've been popping in and out of people's alliances and trying to help people out all day. So a couple unexpected hitches there. But what I did is I left the alliance I was in because forget those old people. I just went out into the world and I re-declared my HQ here in this zone. Where am I at? Yeah, if I wanted to tell my homies, I'd be like, oh, you can find me over here in I-32. But when I relocated my HQ, it preserved the progression I had and also the inventory. We're not, so it's kind of cool how flexible it is to kind of pick up and go. When you're linking up with people, trying to help people out or whatever, there's, we've kind of been dialing in, trying to improve, the messaging and the ability for players to communicate with each other and link up. For instance, if I were in an alliance, maybe I should just join one. I wanted to show peeps how we could teleport to your homies. So I think that's pretty cool. I've joined an alliance here, and this is a list of the players in there. I heard people talking about Classy earlier.
Yeah, zoom out and show them on the map there, Ian.
Yeah. As you can see, some of my alliance members are
they're pretty far away. That would be a long journey.
That would be a long walk.
I couldn't even be bothered to do it because I would die. Like, I mean, I'm in a common zone right now, but like, I would have to go through the most treacherous of lands. I've got better things to do with my life than go die like 1,000 times.
You're gonna go pay one of them a visit?
Yeah, let's do it. So, like, this is one of my favorite things that we added to the game recently. You can kind of get a sense here looking at the Alliance, like, member list, like where they're at, a little bit of information, the online, offline, the type of zone they're in. But say, so homie over here, Undead, is online. Just click this button and it's gonna like teleport me to their HQ. And I've already found this like so clutch in like connecting with people online and just being like, yo, you need help or whatever. Like join the Alliance, pop over, hook them up. It's freaking awesome. Oh, look at that! Here I am in their base.
Just like that. If they were doing a wave, you could help defend. You can see Undead right there.
Right now. They're busy watching the stream. So
if you played the demos we had before, like you could probably relate to that feeling of being like, how do I get to you, and like how many times do I have to die? So
it's a huge quality of life. Just going to make playing together so much easier. So has made play. I don't have to say it's going to anymore.
Mm-hmm.
This is the game is live. So
and imagine in the future with the full map, because right now I have only a slice of the map.
If I wanted, like, so now that I've teleported to like a friend, if I wanted to like relocate, we have this UI. There's like an elegant way of basically translocating your like your base and progression like over to a new zone and stuff. For now, I'm just gonna kind of like scope the area and make sure that I actually want to set up base here. But yeah, that was a cool opportunity to show that.
It looked like Undead right there as well had a NFT crafting station, which does give. We should talk about that a bit because that's kind of a hidden feature.
Cookery.
Yeah, do you want to talk about crafting the food and meds and the changes there, Brandon?
Yeah, so in the past, it was pointed out that it was sort of weird if you, for example, had a tier 5 pizza and you just couldn't eat it because you weren't talented enough to eat that pizza. Just seems sort of weird. So we revisited that a bit. So the food and medicine categories are function differently. In your talents, instead of allowing you to use a tier 5 pizza, instead, the higher your talent for food is, the more stats. It gives you a stat boost for that pizza. So if you eat a tier 5 pizza when your talent is only at tier 1, you're getting a lower stat boost from the pizza. And if you eat that pizza when you're tier 10 in the talents, you're getting a huge stat boost from it. So it's basically just always making your food better or always making your medicine better. And then, if you go and you craft it there at the cookery, then your food is going to be higher quality, which means that you can, it's going to last a lot longer in your stomach and give you that buff for more time.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well it's showing up on the stream here, but like in my inventory, when I look at my food here, you can see that there's like the stat breakdown. Health regeneration, energy regen, and it breaks down like the benefit I get from talents.
Yeah, I can sort of make out that boost.
Yeah,
on there.
I gotta hop out though. Somebody's doing a HQ upgrade, so help them out. I can't let somebody go into combat alone. I'd feel like a slab just like watching them.
Hey, you joined their alliance. You got to help out.
It feels good. You hear that horn? You hear the horn going? You know. It's call to arms.
So if your alliance does have a person with NFTs in it, make sure that you utilize them. Like if they drop those crafting stations down, hop over there, get those higher quality items, and then head out into battle with them. So.
Or just go move next to someone who's got them.
The tables are great though because they increase your capacity for quality. I think we're showing that with the stars right now. So like by going into an ally's base and like building your equipment, the stuff, the equipment that outputs is of a higher quality, meaning that it'll last longer and be more effective. And so it's a great asset. And I've already kind of like felt that like community vibe where people are like, hey, come over here, do this thing. It's nice to kind of like stop through and invest some of the resources that you've collected in the area to exactly like this situation. Like take what I collected from the environment, build some equipment, and then help somebody out like in improving their base. Like,
yeah, and if you were to craft higher quality medical stuff that you don't eat, so there's some medical items like pills and stuff that you eat, but ones like the bandages and stuff like that, those have changed. So now a higher quality bandage, you're able to use the bandages more times. So it's essentially like getting more of them, but it all just occupies the one slot.
More for your money.
There you go.
Yeah.
One thing that we need to show is the NPC store. So,
Oh yeah, go check out the store, Ian. So go find that. While Ian does that, we'll also give a plug for the twdempires.game. You can download the game there right now. The Gala website will be updated with the download link there too. But you can download it directly, twdempires.game or twdempires.game. So check that out, download it. Should be one click, easy peasy. And then once you log in with your Gala account in game, you can access all of your stuff. So,
and if
Look
you're
at
looking
that.
for the shop on your map, there's a golden $sign on your mini map in the top right. Just follow it.
there you go. So Ian's got the shop right now. At the shop, you can buy items for scrap. You can sell items you no longer want for scrap. It's another option to get access to stuff that you normally wouldn't. So that rolls over every few hours, or you can spend a bit of scrap to have it roll over instantly and see what else you can do there. So yeah, just another cool thing that was added. There's a shop in each zone that you can find and head to.
Yeah, I've been having like really good success actually playing today. Just like collecting scrap from walker kills, and like that's carried me quite a way. But say I've got like a surplus of an item that I don't really need. In this case, let's just say electronics, because I'm not crafting anything using that right now. It's cool that I can convert electronics into scrap, which is a prerequisite material for a lot of our crafting and stuff. So like there is an avenue for you to convert the stuff that you have a surplus of into something more useful to you. I mean, there's many things you could do with the surplus of items. You know, you can pass them off to a homie. You can sell it. You can just decorate your friend's lawn with it. There's no end. It's truly an innovation.
Yeah, I recommend selling it at the shop.
That's probably best.
You be you.
Yeah. I'm out here living my best life.
Yeah. So we are a little over a half an hour in. We'll probably go for another 10 to 30 minutes here. So keep the questions coming in the TWDE discussion on our Gala Discord. We're reading those off, hanging out with everybody. Play the game, check it out, ask us questions, level yourself up, have a good time. I'm going to do another plug here real quick too. We have a poker game going on tonight. A few of us will be playing Poker Go together. Should be a fun time just hanging out, BSing. And so check that out. That starts at 8:30 Pacific. So play that for an hour. And the biggest question is, how quickly will I lose? Not if I will lose, but how quickly.
You know, I was feeling a bit apprehensive to even mention it, but like I feel like now is the time to like hop on the servers, because the events we're running, you can get like such good loot from like topping the leaderboards. And like if it's like our last public demo, after like a day, you know, like the servers are going to be like packed. So now's the time to like get all that loot for, you know, minimal effort right now.
That's true. If you can get to a safe spot, you can show off the well, right now you're showing off the
The bees
one
over
of
there.
the bees, one of our new elite walkers there, which has is infested with bees, and they come out and take you down.
Yeah, I need to make myself some bandages.
You can always just punch the bees, just like in real life.
Does it really work like that?
Yeah. Yeah,
The variants are crazy though. Like they've really been messing me up today.
I guess I should say don't try that at home.
So we do have a question I'll toss Brandon's way here, asking kind of the difference between the stars and the tiers on the equipment. So do you want to clarify that? Ian, get to a safe spot and kind of open up your inventory there, and then we'll let Brandon chat through the different things within what you'd be seeing here.
Yeah, so the tiers of your items is going to gate what you can craft, how good it is, like the stats on it. So a particular item like you might start out with the club. You might discover that the club's really not all that great because it's kind of a tier 1 kind of item. And then as you get higher tiers, instead of a club, it will become a baseball bat. I think we have spiked bat and metal bat, which are higher tiered. And so those are going to provide more damage. And each time that the weapon changes name through tiers, it's going to have an additional ability on it. So the higher tier weapons are going to be much better because they have more abilities. But the tiers work like that through all items. Higher tier food, higher tier medicine also follow that flow. They're better. And then the stars, which determines the quality of an item, that will make it have higher durability. So for the weapons, the armor, the tools, the durability on there is going to be the usage. They're going to last a lot longer. Currently, the durability doubles with each star that's added. So it is a huge benefit to the amount of time that item is going to last. And then with the food and medicine that you consume, it's not durability per se, it's the length of time that it persists in your stomach to buff you. And then for the ones that you use, as we were talking about earlier, it determines how many times you can use things like a bandage or a med kit. So obviously a big jump up from quality. So if you could find a crafting station to craft at, where you can get higher quality stuff, that will be a big help to you.
There you go. I hope that answered the question well. It
there's a lot of info there.
Granted. Yeah, go ahead, Doug.
A lot of info there. Good to know about the doubling of the durability. That's good info.
It's a big change from our last public outing, where we've starting to put the item progression into the scope that we intend. We're really eager to hear what people think about the way that it's working right now. But like if you caught, like I relocated my HQ here. I put down a crafting bench so I could get the ability to craft a wider array of items. And I built this this construct here, the gadget cart, which is one of the items in the build menu that you get access to after you've upgraded your HQ a bit. And that's one of the earlier methods for expanding the range of tiers that you have access to crafting. And so, like previously, you know, it was just like this bucket full of stuff to make. I've noticed a lot of people being like, "Where's the katana?" Now you got to work for it. So there's you know, we're trying to like dial it in where like upgrading your HQ, building a base that not only looks cool, but like represents your intentions as a player. Like that, those ideas are starting to come together. But I think it's going pretty good so far, honestly. Like, it's been a lot of fun, but we really value and rely on the feedback of our community to like chime in and let us know what they're digging, what's confusing. We know that we have a number of things to improve and address, but nothing makes us happier than hearing people experiment.
And one of the feedback that we had gotten in the past was about durability was it was sort of confusing, especially as you had higher quality items, because we had presented it always kind of as a percentage. So, when you have 90% durability left, but that didn't really advertise the difference between, if you had a 5-star club or a 1-star club and they're both at 90%, how much longer are they going to last? So we reworked that, and it is now a numerical value. So if you, I don't know, Ian, if you got some items in your inventory, you could probably check out their durability, ones that you already have crafted. And then I guess we're not really going to be able to see it very well on here, but you'll see an actual number in there, and it's like you swing the axe and the number goes down by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wouldn't be every axe swing, but you get the idea.
Is the stream on your guys' end, like, is it good at all? It's hard.
Oh, you can definitely see the game, so you're not reading the text so much. But no, it's solid. So it's nice to just see you running around.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was something I wanted to call out that when I was on a user's like group earlier, they'd called out because they played one of the earlier demos and they were really digging the attribute bonuses that we have like just introduced recently on crafted weapons.
Yeah, definitely.
I wanted to call that out. Like, this is pretty exciting for us. We've got like a range of possible stat bonuses, I guess you could say, or like sub attributes that can be applied to a weapon that you craft. And this is kind of us exploring that concept of like, like making like crafting an item. You obviously like have like the weapons like attack profile that you're familiar with. An axe swings like this, an assault rifle shoots like that, but like adding something on top of that makes it kind of cool, so that maybe you get like the perfect combination of attributes to like make the raddest assault rifle you could possibly get. So this is pretty fresh. It's also very exciting for us just to kind of get it out there and show people like the direction that we are going with the crafting system and the weapon properties as a whole.
Oftentimes we play the game every week together as a team, and we're constantly like working on the next feature, trying to get things going, iterating, talking about stuff. I forget how much we've really added, how much has changed since last bringing it to the public. And it's just an exciting thing that everybody gets to experience it now, because there's things I take for granted. There's a lot of loops that we have in there now that just didn't exist.
Like right there, he's chasing after a deer. That
was
there before.
No, yeah, we're so busy just like working on the game. Like I said earlier, these are my favorite stages of development, where we get to kind of like press pause for a second and just play it, generate a gigantic list of to-dos. But like it's pretty rad. Like just getting to actually like take a step back and like see what we've done, because the game is like moving really fast.
So I think let's go for another solid 5 minutes here. We'll finish this up at 4:50. So if there's any more questions, get them in there. I did see one come in that about how to get your NFTs working. Make sure they are on GalaChain right now. This demo and going forward, your NFTs have to be on GalaChain for the game to recognize them. So your heroes, your land, your crafting stations, get them on chain, and then you'll be able to play with them there. Once they're on GalaChain, you can toss them to your friends, all fee free. So that's where we want them. The chain is doing great, and it's exciting to see people playing with them on GalaChain right now.
I've seen some Michonnes and some Negans out there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really wonderful to see the actual the Walking Dead characters running around doing their thing. It makes you feel good.
The FOMO is real. I need to level up my life.
Yeah, I'm playing running around as Princess, who may not have been my first choice of characters, but I've grown to love playing as her. So
In another Gala chain update too, I had people with questions about the treasure chest. There will be soon. I know the engineers on the platform team are working on getting those, be able to transfer them to Gala chain instead of having to go to Ethereum first. So that'll be an exciting update when that happens as well. Just make it easier to play with the characters you may have in your treasure chest. So yeah. So is there anything else, Doug, that you've seen that that you think we should address here to the community?
We do have the regular questions about the rewards, if you have like a window to that. And also a question that was sent to me by DM asking about if there's any chance, like, or any plan for skins in the game. Like people want to like a golden katana, this kind of stuff. So any plans for that?
Yeah, Brandon, you want to field the skins question?
Yeah, there are plans. I think we still have a couple of viable options up in the air that we haven't fully settled on. But yeah, we were planning on bringing skins into the game. So I guess we will get it nailed down and we'll build it and we'll deliver it.
And then the question about kind of earning, that is something that we are discussing now. So we're hoping that we have something by the end of the year, looking at the play and earn aspects of the game. So that's kind of what we're trying to nail down. I wouldn't say that's a hard promise or anything, but we are working diligently to get that in there. So. And that would be all dead coin related. So dead coin is the token for our title. The play and earn aspect will be dead coin as well. So should be some interesting loops with that once we get in there. Brandon, was there anything else that you could think of that you wanted to be able to bring up with the crew that's tuned in today?
I think we've covered it. You know, get in there and play. You'll see us devs in there too. You know, this is a good experience for us too, to get to play with a larger group and to play for a longer term. Yeah, I think that's all I got. If I think of more stuff, you know, I'll throw it out in Discord.
Yeah, when does the demo go down?
It doesn't.
Oh,
It
snap.
doesn't.
Wonder if you gave anyone some minor heart attacks right there.
Yeah.
This one is up.
Now's your time to get in there and assert your dominance, you know? Get out there and like make an alliance.
Now is the time. Yeah,
Make an
tell your
empire.
friends. It's easier now than ever to have them go to the twdempires.game, have them download the client. They don't need a Gala account to start playing. And you know, this is a free-to-play game. They can, if they dig it, they can sign up. You can send them an NFT. But this is such, you know, we wanted to make this as easy as possible for people to play, and this is our step in that direction. Is just download the game, start playing. Should have a good time. It's a great introduction for, you know, the people watching this. You all love crypto. We all love Gala. This is an entry point for your friends that are kind of on the fence. Like, show them our game, have them play it. It's fun. Like, they just get to download it and start playing. And we've put a lot of love and effort into this game. We want as many people as possible playing it and having a good time. So keep hanging out with us in Discord. Keep sending us what you like, what you don't like, and we'll be here. We'll keep cruising. We'll keep adding stuff.
Yeah, remember to cook food. Keep your stomach full.
Oh yeah, that's a great pro tip. Keep those stomach spots full.
There you go. I think let's do a quick sign off here. Dog,
just a quick.
Yeah.
I just I want to know: are you going to see the devs in the PvP zones?
No.
Oh, someone wants to
do it. Come out.
Maybe all together there.
I'll be waiting for you.
All
Yeah, right. I was
We'll
asking
put you guys
earlier
on.
if we had cheats because I wanted to like not, you know, be a chump. So right now I'm like hustling, trying to like get my, you know, I'm like level 8 right now, so it's modest. But
I'm gonna sign us off here. Ian, thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing. Say goodbye to everybody.
Hey, like and subscribe. Get in there. Get on the Gala Discord. Come talk to us. Let's play.
The one and only Doug Sunny, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Yeah, see you everyone in Discord, and don't forget to send us feedback via the form there. And see you then.
And Brandon, a pleasure as always, hanging out with you here. So thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you out there. Check out our poker stream later. Watch me lose quickly. Bye, everybody.
See you in game.